I refused to donate my kidney to my dying mother. The doctor called me on a random Wednesday afternoon and told me I was a perfect match for my mother's kidney transplant. I'm not interested in donating, I said. There was a long silence on the line before he told me he understood and hung up. My older sister called 2 hours later, screaming so loud I had to hold the phone away from my ear. What kind of monster lets their own mother die on a dialysis machine? I told her I had my reasons. There's no good reason to let your mother die, she said. You're actually sick in the head. I let her scream until she ran out of energy and hung up on me. My brother drove 3 hours and showed up at my apartment the next morning, pounding on my door until I opened it. You're going to kill her, he said, shoving his finger in my face. If mom dies, that's on you for the rest of your pathetic life. I told him I wasn't changing my mind. You've always been the problem in this family, he said. Selfish piece of garbage. That's all you've ever been and that's all you'll ever be. He spat on my doormat and walked away without looking back. My father called that night and his voice was calm in a way that scared me more than screaming ever could. I want you to know something, he said. If your mother dies, I will never forgive you. I will stand up at her funeral and tell every single person there that my own child murdered her. I will make sure everyone knows exactly what you are. He hung up before I could respond. My sister came back the next day and brought my grandmother this time, who could barely walk but made the trip just to tell me I was breaking the family apart. Your mother would die for you, my grandmother said, and you won't even do this one thing for her. I asked her if she knew what mom did to me, and she said it didn't matter because family forgives. On day 3, my mother called me herself, crying so hard I could barely make out the words. I don't know what I did to deserve this, she sobbed. I don't know why you hate me so much. I carried you for 9 months. I raised you and fed you and loved you, and now you're just going to stand there and let me die? I listened to her cry for a while before I finally spoke. You really don't remember what you did to me? She kept sobbing and saying she didn't understand what I was talking about. Then let me remind you, Mom, when I was 17, you took every single dollar from the college fund Grandma left me and gave it to my brother for his business. The line went dead silent except for my mother's breathing. Grandma left that money to me specifically, and you handed it to him because he was your favorite, and I was just the extra kid you never really wanted. I heard my father's voice in the background asking what I was saying. When I tried to talk to you about it, you told me I was ungrateful and selfish, and when I said that wasn't fair, you kicked me out of the house 3 months before I graduated. My mother's voice came back thin and shaky. You were being difficult, and I was under a lot of stress at the time. I almost laughed out loud. I was 17 years old and homeless, Mom. But that's not even why you cut me off, is it? You didn't go silent for 9 years because of money. I heard her breath catch on the other end. You stopped speaking to me because I told you I was gay. You looked me right in the face and told me I was disgusting and you wanted nothing to do with me anymore. Nobody said a single word. 9 years. No birthdays, no holidays, no graduation, nothing. And then you get sick and suddenly I exist again because you need one of my organs. Her voice came back small and desperate. That was different. You blindsided me and I didn't know how to react. I felt something cold settle into my chest. You had 9 years to figure out how to react. You told me I was dead to you for being gay, and now you're begging me to save your life. Besides, you probably wouldn't want my kidney anyway. It's just as gay as the rest of me. A cousin donated instead, and my mother survived. I got married last fall to a wonderful man. Both of my kidneys were in attendance.